This is officially tonight, 11:30. We got here a week ago.
Been here a week. Wow.
Pull your chair over here.
It don't seem like it.
Seems longer.
Seems like we've been here for an eternity. No, it really doesn't seem.
It's so busy. So how do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good. It's on one hand, it doesn't feel like a week. On the other hand, it feels like it's been a long time. The hardest thing is, I guess one of the hardest things is getting internet.
Getting it as far as getting it here, or just getting access to it?
Getting access to it with our air card. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get stuff arranged and rearranged and unpacked and packed in and packed up and
get a flow.
Yep.
What do you notice any differences here, just in general in atmosphere compared to the old place, the people? Not that we've met that many, but hey, we had a neighbor come by today. 14 years in the other place. I think we had like one stop by our place, and we'd reached out and neighbored quite a bit, I thought, and it just doesn't seem to be reciprocating type thing down that way. But we noticed a difference down in Arkansas, how friendly people were down there.
Yeah.
And you get back up to, I don't know, whatever, we were not really the Midwest, but we are part of the Midwest.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, I mean, people don't have time, they don't want to mess around.
No. Well, people's lives are busy. I guess we all think that, but up here it's definitely seems to be a slower pace.
Except for on Friday nights on this road.
Yeah, Friday nights. Well, things seem to be more relaxed, I guess. People seem to be easier going. Seem to be. We've noticed that when we've been up here vacationing, or however we want to say that. And we were up looking for property, and
You're the bears in the trailer.
wild bears in the trailer.
Gotta get a better camera angle someday.
A better camera angle. I'm stretching my neck like that.
Well, you're working under a tarp.
Today we're working under no tarp.
Okay, so today you're out in the sunshine.
Which is fine. Which, we don't
But we'll have the tarp, we'll get the tarp hoop barn up.
In the next couple of days. One of the hard things as far as work goes is having everything right now is makeshift. So when you get done working, you got to put everything back under the tarps, which is really no big deal, but it's kind of a hassle getting everything out, getting everything set up, getting your work done, and then having to put everything back.
Just to get it all back out the next day.
Just to get it all back out. It's not like putting stuff back in your garage or back in your workshop or
right.
Just going into your garage or into your workshop.
And we have to be, during the move and setup, we have no choice but to work because, well, we have responsibilities.
We have to work.
We've got to make it work.
So, and that's fine. It's a little harder right now, which...
Am I on you? I can't tell.
If I go like this here. So that's kind of a difficult part for me and RJ. At this point, just getting stuff out and get put back before it rains. We've had a couple of days of rain, and they've called for rain for several days, and it hasn't. We don't want all the tools to get rained on. So I guess just everything being makeshift for right now is difficult.
I think the most difficult thing for me is just the adjustment from, you know, what I'm used to.
All the conveniences.
Yeah, our conveniences, yep.
Not that we were completely off grid, down below, but we were a lot off grid.
Well, we were set up, the way we were set up, if you were to take somebody from a regular modern home and put them in a situation where all they had to use was a cook stove, it would really...
A wood cook stove.
Yeah, a wood cook stove. It would really affect their world and their, the way they do things, where it's reversed for us. We've got more modern amenities now than we've had in the past several years. I can go into the trailer and flip a light on because of the batteries, and we don't want to use oil lamps in the trailer just because it's such a small space, and we don't feel it's a good idea to do that. We have a little propane stove in there, and it's like a 3-burner thing, and it's big enough to get a pie pan in, which I'm glad I have it. I mean, because it gives me the ability to cook, but it's totally different than using my wood stove, because my wood stove heated my water, and it, in the morning it was cool. It would take the chill off the house, and I could cook everything I needed to, in a very fairly short amount of time. And I finally, I've made bread 3 times here, and they haven't been huge batches, but it's taken me several hours to get like 2 to 3 pie pan size of rolls out of the oven, just because it takes the heat's different. The heat's totally different than my wood stove. Now the top warms up really good, but it just kind of takes everything. I can get 1 pan. We got 3 burners. They're little. I get 1 pan. So I have to choose whether do I want to cook or do I want to heat water for dishes, or how do I want to do it. So it's getting into the flow of things to make things feel normal, I guess. Ron's gonna get me it's not priority, but it is priority. There's other things that have to be done before, but it is priority as soon as its slot comes up. Outdoor kitchen. We're going to put our old cook stove in it because there'll be moisture and stuff that'll have to be hard on it. But it'll be a nice big work surface and an oven that I can cook in.
Countertops.
Yeah. So maybe in the next few weeks, and that'll give us a little more space, elbow room, and all that good stuff.
Get the hoop barn up for the workshop. That'll be a tremendous time saver, as far as storing tools and getting out and putting back. We're just going to get a heavy-duty tarp, like an agricultural tarp, I think is what they are.
Well, I was going to say, what we should say is we had a hoop barn in our other place. And he made them with, he made the hoops with old trampoline parts. So we'll videotape that too, because it was really, how long was that up for?
Oh man, at least 10 years.
Other than replacing the tarp once or twice, it was a good solid building that we used it for inventory storage, and also we had one for hay. And they just worked out really well, so we thought they'd be a good kind of temporary, able to be a long-term shop until the cabin's built, and then he can do a more permanent workshop.
Yep. You see them a lot. The hoop barns have really become more popular for livestock and hay storage, and
expensive.
Take the trampoline, and you put half of it together, so you have half of the trampoline.
Half a circle.
Half a circle. And you weld those pieces together. You take the other half, obviously, and do the same thing and weld those together. I welded in a couple of short extensions for like little legs that I attached those to the 4x4 posts that we put in the ground, and It just works well.
So like I said, we'll do a video on that. They're going to be putting that up over the week. Well, it's Saturday, but they'll be putting it up Sunday and Monday before he takes off to go back to the old place to pick up some more stuff.
Pick up some more kids. Yep.
What do we have left down there? We got a kid, a horse, 2 cats.
Not a goat kid, but one of our kids.
One of the older ones stayed behind because we couldn't get everything up in one shot, so we left him and
3 dogs.
3 dogs and a pony and 1 chicken.
1 chicken.
So, and 2 cats.
And 2 cats.
So soon the whole family, the whole tribe will be up here, and
Might be one thing that's been the goofiest is not having Josiah here. So we're missing somebody, so it's just not quite right.
it is off for sure.
As right as everything seems, I see that dragonfly too. As right as everything seems, but still not, because Josiah's not here. He's watching those dragonflies buzzing around. Nice cool breeze right now. Feels wonderful.
Kids have settled in. The little ones have settled in really well. I think they love all the space, and they love Zebulon for sure. Loves Lake Superior. He loves the woods and the lake. So his days have been spent riding his bike and going exploring in the woods with his brother and daddy, and we've gone up to the lake 2 or 3 different times already this week for them to stretch their legs and go into the water a little bit and
Enjoy.
yeah, it's really nice because I haven't we're kind of at the end of a road that really rest of the road goes nowhere except around a lake right down from us, and then around on the other side of that lake is Lake Superior. So it's not heavily traveled, and because Lake Superior is cold, there's also not all the type of beach type activity that goes on. It's almost always nobody there. There might be 1 or 2 people that wants to go, say they swim in Lake Superior, and they're in there for like 5 minutes, and next thing you see is they're running out. But just to be able to walk on the beach and not have it be overpopulated. We were there last night, and nobody was there except out in a little blow-up boat. Somebody was out swimming.
Kayaking or whatever.
Yeah, kayaking, not swimming. So that makes it enjoyable, where I don't know, we're just not beach people,
Don't have the crowds and.
Yeah, so it's just kind of it's almost like a private lake at
least in that area.
At least in that area. And the little lake it's not so little. What is it? Yeah, the lake from us is like 600 or 800 acres big. I can't remember the exact size, but there's very few houses on it. I mean, it is such it's and there's like no beach type frontage. The water comes right up to the road or on one part of it, and the rest of it goes right up to the woods all the way around it. So it's just really secluded. Now here's the thing. They always have in this area, it's in the surrounding area, because there is so much beauty around here. They do lots of activities, and on the weekends,
campers and
campers or fishing. So we have learned real quick that we may be desolate on the road that runs by us all week long, but on Friday night, it's all of a sudden it becomes a highway. I mean, that's a little disappointing, but you take the bitter with the better, I guess. And if we are on like a desolate road for 9 months out of the year, we can live with the other 3.
Yep.
So that's about it here. All right. We will hopefully post another video soon. Thanks, and God bless.